Smile, you're on Snapchat. Hello everyone. I hope that you all had an amazing January, and I have been a little bit MIA, which I'm really sorry about. This month has been, well, we're in February now, but January was just the craziest month, and it was so long, and I feel like everyone usually sits here and they're like, whoa, this month went by so fast, and I usually feel that way about the months, but January just was like the longest month ever. And please ignore my dog who's shouting in the background for no apparent reason. I did want to share a little bit of a life update and why I've been busy and all that stuff, which is nothing crazy or anything. I just have been really busy at work, and I've been just swamped. And I think that when you're like really mentally swamped, like I come home at night and I don't really have the energy to film. I wish I could film during the day, and it's usually the case, you know, when I'm really busy at work, I tend to film on the weekends, but I've had jam-packed weekends every single weekend. I think the last video I posted was a Sephora and Neiman Marcus kind of beauty haul. That literally was the last time I sat down to film. I had two friends come visit me on separate occasions from out of town, and then last weekend I was in Atlanta, so it's been a little bit hard to find the time to film. I'm going against one of my New Year's resolutions of posting more frequently and just having a better video schedule, so I promise I will try to be better with that in February. Another reason also is that I've been working out a lot more, so after work I tend to work out, and sometimes I just go directly from work to the gym, so the last thing obviously I'm going to do is come back at 8 p.m. at night, shower, get ready to film, and then take my makeup off to go back to sleep, which would be so not productive. Kind of been my main priority has been like getting in 4 to 5 workouts a week. Working out keeps you focused, keeps you stressless, keeps you just more energized, happier. So once you get into the routine of working out like consistently, I think that it makes you like it more, and it makes you just feel bad when you're not there, because it's just your body feels bad. You feel like, oh, like I need to work out because I need to release all this energy and kind of like frustration out, especially when I've been going through a lot of stuff at work. Sorry, that was probably a really long video intro into something where I'm going to be talking about makeup and skincare. But if you guys are interested, I'm going to be filming a current lifestyle / health fitness favorites right after this. So that will probably be going up this week. My goal is to have this up tomorrow, and then I'll have the rest up this week sometime. Alright, so after that whole shebang, let's talk makeup. So I have a lot of random stuff, and I'm going to start off with a Chanel blush. I did mention this in the last haul that I posted. It is the limited edition Spring 2015 Chanel blush. So limited edition, that means you guys have to act fast to get it. I'm pretty sure they still have it. This is the Jardin de Chanel Blush Camellia Rose, and it is just the most beautiful rosy pink shade. So that is it. I'm sure you guys have seen it if you follow any beauty blogs and stuff like that, but it's a gorgeous kind of like peachy pink mixed in with a mauvey pink. So that is what that looks like. It's so pretty. It gives just a gorgeous sheen. It's more of a sheen as opposed to a really opaque color. So I don't know if you guys can really tell there. I really love this blush. Chanel blushes are extremely high quality. They're gorgeous on the skin. They are never like chunky or have a lot of fallout. They have really nice pigmentation, but it's more of a sheen as opposed to like a really opaque. It's not going to be like a Tarte Amazonian clay blush. It's going to be more of like the realms of the Hourglass mineral blushes or whatever those are called. Either get it at a Nordstrom counter or a Neiman Marcus counter, or order it online. I'm pretty sure I saw it online at Nordstrom. I will have all the products that I talk about linked down below, so that will be easier for you guys in case you want to check anything out. So love this blush, and I highly recommend it. So next thing for makeup is a drugstore product, and I do want to kind of address my view towards drugstore products, because I feel like, and I don't do this consciously, but I know that I have younger viewers or viewers that might not necessarily, have access to a Nordstrom or a Neiman Marcus, or don't want to spend the money on that. So I know that's another one of my resolutions, is to make a conscious effort to try to include more drugstore products, because there are a lot of amazing things at the drugstore. I just like, you know, the packaging and the appeal and the quality of the high-end makeup usually. But, you know, I like everything, and I feel like you can really find great products at the drugstore. This being one of them. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and this is in the Illuminator shade. I've used this one in the regular concealer shade range, and I use Pale Light or Light Pale, something like that. Love that concealer. Honestly, these concealers, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewinds, are probably one of the best concealers I've ever used in my top 5 concealers overall, not even talking about just drugstore. Hands down my favorite drugstore concealer, and I had never tried the brightening shade, and it just caught my eye one day. I think it was at Ulta or Target or one of those, and I got it, and I've been using it every single day. I went from using the Marc Jacobs Remedy pen to this one, and honestly, I can't even tell a difference. I mean, this one, the Remedy pen might be a little bit more salmon color, where this one is a little bit pinkier, but they're both just meant to illuminate the face. I use this on top of my concealer, kind of do like a little triangle right here, and I also, if I'm really going for like the Kim K, like really highlighted and contoured look, I will actually take this on the like highlights of the apples of my cheeks, and I will even do like some highlighting here and here and there. The next item I want to share is the Marc Jacobs lip balm, which comes in this little cute like bullet nugget looking thing. It's really adorable. Lip Lock Moisture Balm, and what I really like about this is that it's in a stick figure, so a stick figure, I guess stick figure. What do you say, like in a stick form? I guess in a stick form, as opposed to a pot. Like my favorite lip balm in the world is the Dior Creme de Rose, but this actually reminds me a lot of it. It might not be as slippery on the lips, because the Dior Creme de Rose, I personally use that as an overnight treatment, while this one is perfect to apply during the day. This is really helpful in keeping my lips hydrated and just feeling at bay. I don't really tend to have dry skin on my face, but in the winter I do get a little bit more chapped lips, so this just really helps with chapped lips. I really like the product. It keeps your lips really moisturized and just feeling like baby soft. Alright, so we're gonna talk lips, and I have 3 MAC things and this Chanel gloss I do want to mention quickly. This is the Chanel Rouge Allure Gloss in number 15, Sensible. It is one of the newer packagings where I showed this in my past haul, but you kind of just click it and then the product comes out. It's so pretty. It's so easy to use. I will go ahead and swatch. I will say that this is a little sticky, but I like it because it honestly makes it lasts so long on the lips. I love it. It's so pigmented, you guys. It's gorgeous. So there is that one. I absolutely love it. It's just a beautiful color, and I want to pick up more of these. Talking MAC, I did mention this pencil in my 2014 favorites, so I did forget to mention that at the beginning of the video, but in case you guys missed it, I did do a yearly favorites, kind of like a roundup of all my favorite products that I used throughout the year. I don't know why I'm swiping like Harry Potter over here, but I will link those videos down below in case you guys like missed it or haven't seen it or whatever. I talk about a lot of my favorite things that I'm just still obviously using right now. But this is MAC Soar. I wanted to mention it because it is the most beautiful lip pencil. This one with Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat, you can literally wear under anything except for red. Maybe red might not work that well, but I don't wear like bright red lips all the time, and I've layered red on top of my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk before too. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that, and that is MAC Soar. It's a gorgeous mauve brown color that literally looks so good on your lips, and I layer these on top of them. These are 2 MAC lipsticks that I also talked about in my previous haul. I wanted to get 2 that would be perfect for every day, and they are both Luster, which is my favorite finish in a MAC lipstick because the cream sheens tend to be a little bit drying on me. I don't know if you guys have experienced that or not. So this one is Plumpful, where it's a little bit more of a mauve berry toned. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm obsessed with this color. Definitely berry toned. And then this one is Sea Sheer, where it's more of a coral brown, if that makes any sense at all. So this is the Chanel Sensible. This is, I don't know if you guys can even see that, but that's the Chanel Jardin Blush, MAC Soar, MAC Plumful, and then MAC Sea Sheer. So now moving on to skincare, and I have 3 things I want to share. The first one being the Soap and Glory Smoothie Breakfast Scrub Body Scrub. It is amazing. I've been using this since I think I got this in November, if not October. No, I think November. I did get it in November because I remember I wanted to mention it in my November favorites, and I was like, okay, I've just been using it for like a week, so never mind. But this is a very gritty but moisturizing at the same time body scrub. You can get it at Sephora and at Sephora online, I'm pretty sure. This smell is like angels will come out of your shower whenever you use this, because literally it smells like what I imagine heaven smells like. This is an oat, sugar, and shea breakfast scrub with Kupaku bio scrubs, whatever that is, bananas, almond, and honey extract. So I don't know if you can see the consistency. It's very thick. Like if I do this, nothing's gonna come out. Texture is has a little bit of a residue, an oily residue. So after you apply it on your legs or on your arms, it does feel really moisturized when you get out of the shower. So it's not gonna be a scrub that really strips your skin. I really like this. It's not a bad price point. I usually use the Laura Mercier body scrubs, which is probably triple this price. So I probably will be sticking to these because they are amazing, and I really like the way that it makes my skin feel, especially in the summer. If you're suffering from any sort of dry arms, elbows, knees, legs, try this out because this really will make a difference and make your skin feel awesome after you shower. The next thing I want to share is the Shiseido Ibuki moisturizer. This one is the one with SPF 18, so it has a little bit of sunscreen in there, which is the most important thing for me in my moisturizer in the mornings, because I don't like to add like another step on top of whatever I'm doing when I'm moisturizing. So previous to this, I was using the Dior Hydra Life moisturizer, which I really like, but I really wanted to try something different, and this is the one that I went with, and I really have been enjoying it. I've been using this for about 3 months now, and I've held off talking about it because if you guys have seen my videos, you know that I like to hold off a little bit on skincare before I talk to you guys about it, because I feel like skincare is so like different for everyone, and I'm personally really flaky with it. I used to be better about it, but now I literally try a new cream or mask or toner or moisturizer or serum like a few times a week. I'm trying a new thing, I'm trying a sample, I'm trying this, so it's hard for me to gauge what's working and what's not. And so that's another one of my like kind of beauty resolutions, is to kind of like stick to a routine and figure it out. It is a very fluid consistency, so do know that if you plan on getting it. It's a really top rated moisturizer because I feel like it just adds instant moisture to your skin, but I've never felt oily or like greasy face or anything after. I highly recommend this. I've been really enjoying using it, and I will definitely be repurchasing this once it is out. The last thing that I want to talk about is this Clarins Blue Orchid Facial Treatment, and this, as you can see, is on, it's not its last leg, but it's getting there. It's in its mature age, I would say. This I've had since early last year. It was an original Amelia Liana recommendation, and I got it because she said it was like her favorite face oil, and I started using it, and I liked it. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it one of my favorites of last year, and like I said, I've been flaky. I've been trying a lot of different things, and oh, I want to try this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this serum or whatever, and I forgot how amazing it was. Actually reading I think it was Tijan Serena's blog, which I also really enjoy her videos. I will link her channel and blog down below because I love it. She has really great taste. And she was saying how this is just like an instant perk, and it really, you know, once you, and you're, especially if you're having like a bad skin week, or you just feel like you're breaking out, or you're, you know, have some sort of hormonal acne or anything of the sort, this literally clears it up in one night. Like, and when she was saying that, I was like, okay, like, I don't remember it being that good, but I did use it last week after one of those like weird funky skin ruts, and my skin was just back to normal the next day, and it was just nice, no spots. It looked so glowy and moisturized and really just hydrated and fresh, and I really like this. I've been using it ever since because I was like, damn, I knew I liked that product, but you know, you tend to forget sometimes, I think, when you buy too much and you're trying too much. And that's another thing, like I have to keep telling myself, like, use up what you have and see what you really like, because there's a lot of great products out there, but there's also stuff that I've learned work for me, so there's not really a need to be trying out every Joe Schmo serum. But this one is really great. I highly recommend it. I think you can get a sample of it if you go to Sephora or go to a clearance counter. It's not that pricey. I think it's $50, and a little goes a long way. So those were all of my January favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please leave any video recommendations down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I have all of this stuff linked down below in case you guys are interested in seeing any of the products that I mentioned. I also have all of my social media linked down below and all that fun jazz. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful month of February, and I promise I will be posting soon and more often, if that makes sense. So hope you guys have a great day. Bye.